Monster Hunter Rise. What else can I say? Monster Hunter Rise got something else rising. My blood pressure, of course, because goddamn, I've never been looking more forward to a game since Breath of the Wild. I can't believe the game's already been out for a month. At the time of recording this, there's already a version 2.0 update being detailed tomorrow, and I'm considering taking a Capcom executive hostage to hear it early. So let me give you a little rundown about this game. If you want the general explanation, check out my Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate video. But in the meantime, get this. This game takes the combat of Monster Hunter and gives you the agility of a professional tag player with Spider-Man's web shooters. You become super fast and super athletic and swing around like a maniac, and it's all thanks to this thing right here. The Wire Bug. For the sake of pretty much whatever, the Wire Bug here's name is Conk, in the spirit of an old friend who's since been corrupted by his own stupidly massive ego. But never mind that, let's get this fucking video started. Monster Hunter Rise starts with one hell of a banger intro. Like I said, banger. You wake up in your hometown of Kimura Village and instantly begin interacting with these two twin Wyverian hotties named Minoto and Hinoa. After an awkward and short-lived conversation, the twins lead you outside, where you and your amazing hunter eyes immediately notice a big monster. This monster disappears into the clouds, and the twins, obviously, not noticing or caring, continue dragging you off to meet the Witcher's dad, Elder Fugen. Fugen? Fucking. You talk to Anoa, the bunny dango obsessed girl whose ass must be in severe pain after sitting down in the same spot for hundreds of hours. It's time for you, the upcoming protector of Kimura Village, to protect everyone from the disastrous event known as the Rampage. The Rampage is an event where dozens of enraged monsters ruthlessly attack the village for an unknown reason. You, as its protector, and any other random player from the Wi-Fi based alternate realities that hunters are completely oblivious to that happen to be there, take to your machine gun turrets, cannons, giant drills, ballistas, and straight up bombs in order to deal with all of these monsters. And then there's this thing called a counter signal, so you use it to kill the big boss monster who comes to take care of business when the minions can't. You start this whole journey with your first quest. It's a tutorial, you have to do it. And it doesn't help that this handler-esque character,
blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
Shut the hell up. After you finish learning the basics, it's time for the real fun to begin. It's time to collect a few mushrooms. Maybe pick a few berries. Stab a few juveniles. Very exciting stuff, I assure you. Now that that's out of the way, you can hunt monsters. Yeah, well, anyway, you have an urgent quest to take care of now. You have to take down the Swordsman of the Shrines, the Great Izuchi. This monster is notorious for its ability to attack in complete unison with its Izuchi brethren. Sorry for the pause. It swings its tail towards the target, using it like a blade, much like a run-of-the-mill swordsman. Has the ability to shoot balls of whatever the hell that stuff is. What is that, water? Air? Is it cum? But whatever. After you beat this thing to death, you unlock 2-star quests. Let's go! With the first big hunt complete, it's time I tell you a bit about other things necessary to be an efficient hunter. There are 2 important types of endemic life living throughout the world of Monster Hunter Rise. These are permabuffers and hunting helpers. Permabuffers are creatures that enhance certain stats permanently throughout a given quest. The amount the stats are boosted depend on the pentalace, or the equipable piece that you have on. Hunter helpers are creatures that boost stats temporarily or have some kind of practical use in battle. For example, Cutterflies raise your affinity, while Puppet Spiders can instantly make monsters rideable. Riding monsters is something you can do in this game, by the way. Anyway, with all that boring dialogue out of the way, you're ready for 2-star hunts. In the order I chose while taking a dump, you'll first fight the Arzuros. Familiar face if you saw my last video. The Arzuros is a bear-looking beast wyvern with an insatiable appetite for honey. Poo, anyone? Arzuros is essentially what it was last time. He charges forward with the claw attacks, swings side to side with his claws. He reverses into you like an Asian driver with poor judgment. And he charges into you again, except this time he doesn't just use his claws. This time he'll grab you and shake you like a cartoon bully shaking the lunch money out of stereotypical nerds' pockets. If you happen to have honey on you while it does this, though, he'll gladly take that instead of your life. After sending this thing to meet Jesus, you can move on to your next quest. This time you'll be facing off against the Lagambi. Lagambi's a rabbit-looking monster and falls under the same category as the Arzuros, which would explain why its attack patterns are exactly the same. In addition to Arzuros attacks, it can also slide into you from far away, throw massive snowballs at you, or hit you with a Bowser down B. Heave that hair off the face of the earth, we got more monsters to cover. This next monster is the last monster before you take on the urgent quest that leads into 3-star quests. This monster is the Great Baggy. Damn it. Whatever. The Great Baggy is the cousin of the god of the universe we all know and love, except with sleep attack. At this point, you've beaten all the 2-star keys, meaning it's time for you to take on the Acnasom. The Acnosam is a flaming version of Crane from Kung Fu Panda. It's elegant and uses its constantly shifting weight and fireballs to gracefully take you down. Except it isn't usually that graceful. Yeah, it spends half the time charging and tripping, so not that bad, I guess. Its big frill on its head will occasionally pop out, indicating that the monster's ready to throw hands, or I guess wings in this case. Bury this thing 6 feet under and get your goddamn 3-star quest. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, 3-star quest, yeah. Next up on your hit list is the legendary Lagai. Just kidding. We're going up against the Royal Ledroth. You see my Monster Hunter 3 video, come on. It rolls, shoots water, does that cool jump, the usual. Sever its ties to the earthly realm and move on to your next victim. Your next hunt will be, come on, another Monster Hunter 3 monster. Two? Might as well just sum it up quickly. The Great Roggy shoots poison, slit its throat. Baroth charges a lot, break its skull. Next monster. Okay, so, next up you'll be taking on the Kulayaku. This wyvern's an interesting one. It pecks at you like a bird, and occasionally charges towards you in a manner that makes it look like it's trying to engage you in a cartoon slap fight. You know the ones. Here, look at this one. Maybe this one. Or maybe I'm just showing the same clip over and over again, because this is all pre-editing stage. It also digs items out of the ground to use as a shield or weapon. It carries a rock or pot, both of which are breakable, and they use it to guard, smash, or throw. An interesting monster for sure, but a cakewalk nonetheless. This next monster is great. I don't even care what people say about it. The Tetranodon is a platypus frog, turtle, and crocodile mix. It's based off of the Kappa from Japanese legend. Its moves are similar to the movements of a sumo wrestler. It fills up its belly with rocks, charges forward slamming its belly, stomps on the ground with so much force dirt is displaced and rocks are sent flying. It uses boulders as weapons, shoots water, and jumps up and lands, causing earthquakes. This monster's great. You also gotta see some of the turf wars this thing gets into. Cool shit in my opinion. Anyway, slam and slash and send this thing to see Satan. At this point, you've charged through 3-star quests and have to complete a rampage quest. Gather your defenses and kill the hell out of everything in sight. Finally, your urgent quest has arrived. Hunt the Bai shit. Hold on. Bai shat. Oh. This thing's a monkey type monster. It has wings and a tail that's used essentially like an Apoms from Pokemon. It grabs different kinds of berries with its tail, such as stun berries, poison berries, and flash berries. It also uses its tail to bounce towards and away from monsters. It can also swing like a maniac and maneuver around you with insane maneuverability thanks to its wings and tails working in conjunction with each other. This monster is no dummy, but neither are you. Beat its brains in and grab the 4-star title. The hunt continues with the next few monsters. The Basarios is rising from the depths for this next round. Rising. The Basarios is the Rock. He comes out of the ground to take part in a seasonal WWE match and to film movies, but for real. Basarios has a lot of tackle, step, and roll based attacks. It steps on its enemies, rolls on them, charges into them, and occasionally fires flaming beams and discharges many types of harmful gases, not including farts. Smash this thing and use it to pave your fucking driveway. The Volvodon is steamrolling his way through your life, which is unfortunate because you're about to end his. This monster, like in Monster Hunter 3, rolls and bounces around, shoots paralysis balls, and eats your shit with its tongue. Fucking son of a bitch, I'll kill you! Tobi Kadachi is sick. It's a squirrel lizard. What the hell is that combination? I don't fucking know. But the Flappy Flap and the Zappy Zap has me obsessing over this thing. It flies around with electric emanating from its bodies, claws at you with enough grace to make me proud to be assaulted by this thing, and shoots electric quills. Okay, I'll be honest. I don't want to kill you. You're so damn cool. You didn't even attack me first. How about we call it a draw and go home? Now you're about to feel the wrath of the Rathian. Fuck you and die! The Barioth has arrived to put you on ice. Luckily, you can counter this by putting him in the fires of hell. Another Monster Hunter 3 monster. Go check it out. Okay, final one before the urgent. Somnicanth. The Somnicanth is an elegant Leviathan monster. It uses the power of its blunt head like a hammer. It swings it around recklessly, using its tail as its center of gravity so it can stay balanced. It can also take parts of the environment to inflict you with status effects such as blindness, kind of like the Baishat. This monster's most notable attacks, however, are the multitude of sleeping gas-based attacks that can be used to knock the player out. Put this thing to sleep and get that urgent. The tiger-like Magnamalo is one hell of a monster. I say that because the thing literally uses an element known as Hellfire. It swipes with its massive claws, sending hunters flying. It uses its sword-like tail, stabbing at hunters with scary accuracy and speed. If you thought this was bad, wait until you realize it has multiple power-up states. It has the ability to channel the hellish energy throughout certain parts of its body. concentrating it into multiple limbs, which then receive a massive power boost and a shift of attack patterns. It's now going to shoot Hellfire Balls, attack with exploding dust like Teostra, who may or may not be in the game right now. It has another highly aggressive form. It takes all its anger and grows its spikes out and becomes really agile. It can fly around like a Valstrax and can attack with insane accuracy. This monster really is a force to be reckoned with. Now that you've beaten the flagship, you're informed that the rampage has, in fact, not ended. Of course it hasn't, after all. We haven't fought the Elder Dragon yet. Okay, we got a few more monsters to cover here, so stick with me. Get ready to feel the wrath of the... Wait, didn't I already use it? Oh, shit, okay, hold on. Run away from the... Fuck it, Hunter-Rathalos. The Mizutsune is an interesting monster. It's a Leviathan, but unlike the other Leviathans, there isn't really much reptilian about it. It's a fox-type monster with skills in bubble bending. I love saying that, I don't fucking know why. The Mizutsune swings its body using its soapy underside to slide right on up to hunters. It bites and slashes and swings, the usual. Its special moves include shooting bubbles and surrounding your body in a slip-and-slide force field. Shower this thing in a bubble bath of death and continue. The Anjanath is a T-Rex. Look at this dinosaur from Jurassic Park. Just kidding, that's Anjanath. Look at this dinosaur from a National Geographic documentary. Just kidding, that's Anjanath. Look at this T-Rex fossil at the Smithsonian. That's Anjanath in a skeleton costume. You get the point. This monster acts like a T-Rex, except it has weird wing things and a funny nose. Oh, and I should probably mention it breathes fire. Anyway, Anjanath, no fury like a hunter's hammer. Your next hunt is this ogre. He's a good boy. Spare him. Fight Nargacuga. Nargacuga is a fast monster. It does a lot of pouncing, but a simple stab to the brain is going to solve that. Well, this is going to be a bit anticlimactic, but the village quests kind of just end here. You unlock 6-star quests, but they aren't required by any means. By the time this is uploaded, the version 3.0 update will probably be out, so maybe we'll get some more village quests.